award show, sick of name brand clothes.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is August 5th, 2020. Shout out to my man Christopher McNear for a back-to-back song request from 6 months ago. De La Soul, the stakes is high. This is a classic right here. Thanks again for the song request. What's good, people? Hope everyone's doing well today. Today we're going to look at a couple of things. One kind of off topic. Gold hits an all-time high today, over $2,000. Its last high was, I think, 1900 or something like that, but it hit that today, or eclipsed that, and it's trading over $2,000 today. What does that mean for us in the crypto markets? What that means to me is that the future is bright for crypto, especially for Bitcoin. A lot of people compare Bitcoin and gold to one another. I'm going with Bitcoin. This article out of, I think, Bloomberg talks about how the younger crowd, they're betting on Bitcoin, the older crowd going with gold. But we know who's already in a huge lead in that comparison. Bitcoin by far has outperformed gold. It's not even a competition. So we'll take a look at that. Again, gold all-time high, Bitcoin yet to reach all-time high. All-time high is about 90% from here. And we know the closer we get to that all-time high, guys, the FOMO will increase. You will start hearing your barber, your lawn care guy, your plumber, your everyday person, your co-worker begin to talk about Bitcoin once again. And guess what? They're going to buy after 20,000. So you're going to see an extended move past the all-time highs in Bitcoin, I believe. And boy, get in now is what I would say. So we'll take a look at that out of Bloomberg here in a second. Also, Ethereum 2.0 and EOS crossing swords over scalability supremacy. We'll talk about this. You know I'm a EOS fan, so this caught my eye. We'll take a look at how Cointelegraph spun this one. And also out of Cointelegraph, newly discovered vulnerability in the Ledger wallet. Yet another one. Could be disastrous if not fixed properly. So I'll give you guys the details on that. It's not the first time I've given you a heads up on some vulnerabilities or security holes with the Ledger wallet, and it probably won't be the last either, right? So all three of these articles coming up on today's episode of My Two Satoshis. Hold tight. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And yesterday I did pick the winner. Even though I didn't do a video, that winner will be getting another $50 added to their account over at Dudex. Make sure you guys sign up. I'm actually almost done with beta testing my algo. I'll have some special promos for you to join my algo service over at Dudex here shortly. So sign up today, get locked in, and enjoy these earnings, boy. I mean, it's been easy to trade lately with the crypto markets. So Dudex.com, new platform, new layout, and they're adding new currencies soon. But it's more so about the ease of use. All the trades are denominated in USDT, so you can easily see how much you're risking, how much you're up. All that simple, quick, and secure. And they also have an update with their mobile app. So check it out, Dudex, link in the description below. Oh, and don't let me forget, you can also earn $100 up to $100 for signing up. So do that, fund your account, and get to trading to get that bonus as well. But let's take a look at this heat map. Wow, Bitcoin up 4.1% today to 11,681 bucks. Ethereum over that $400 handle, up 3.19%. XRP up 2%. We got Litecoin up, trading at $59.32. ADA up, Tezos up, Algo up, Binance up. We're all up today for the most part. A few coins are kind of lagging behind, but if you take a look at the top 20, they're pretty much in the green today. And taking a look at the technicals again, this is a long-term viewpoint of where we are with Bitcoin. Of course, outside of that pennant, that long-term pennant that I've drawn, that's very bullish for us. And this is even more bullish. I'm going to show you guys this candle. So this one in the middle, this red candle, is what's called a bearish engulfing candle. And we're now starting to reverse that. That is very big news. I'm going to zoom in to the 1 hour so we can get more technical on it. You can see here that we took out this area. This is a very good move on the short term. On the lower time frames, that's important because this means that we've broken out of this kind of area here, which had been resistance for us before we moved above here with that big move and then back below. But now we're back above it. As I draw that line across, this should now be an area of support. So support should be at the $11,452 area. I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and try for this area right here. So I think that's what's next. That's a horrible arrow that I just drew, but you get the picture. But let's get the important article out the way. The newly discovered vulnerability in the Ledger wallet could be disastrous if not properly fixed. So Ledger has failed to fully fix a major vulnerability that allows for a Bitcoin fork attack. Mo Nokbe has claimed that Ledger's wallet fails to properly isolate the apps responsible for authorizing the transaction of different assets. This creates a vulnerability where users and users' wallets can be fooled into authorizing a transaction for less valuable assets such as Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, or any other Bitcoin forked coin, when in reality a Bitcoin transaction is being released. So he told Cointelegraph this app should be isolated such that it only signs for testnet derivation paths. However, sending it a regular mainnet Bitcoin transaction will pass. In addition, it will present the TX as if it's a testnet Bitcoin to a testnet Bitcoin address. This is major, guys. So I'm just giving you the heads up. This is not the first time I've heard of vulnerabilities with Ledger and even some of the other hardware wallets. They're all software, so they're always going to have issues. You have to try one, mainly keep your firmware updated. But secondly, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Even on a hard wallet, have multiple hard wallets from various makers and paper wallets as well. Get into the habit of creating paper wallets. Play around with that. Maybe I'll try to link that in the description below. I've done a video on that. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on this because he made Ledger fully aware of this vulnerability, and despite acknowledging it, the company has failed to fix it. So shame on them. They ain't got nothing else better to do, especially in a pandemic. They should be working on this type of stuff. Let's take a look at Ethereum versus EOS. That is Ethereum 2.0 because there ain't no comparison with EOS and Ethereum 1.0. So it says that EOS has been the most legitimate competitor to Ethereum. So what does the upcoming ETH 2.0 implementation hold? Well, we'll see. So as many of you know, EOS launched back in 2018. This is the blockchain that, funny enough, I was on an interview earlier today and they talked about or asked me how did I get into the whole YouTube scene, and I told them Cliff High. And it's funny because this is primarily the reason why I fell out with Cliff High over EOS. He said it wouldn't get anywhere, and when I stuck to my guns and believed that EOS would be a contender, some people got into their feelings, people. I'm just saying. So it launched in 2018. It looked to be one of the biggest contenders to Ethereum, not just in terms of providing a scalable development platform for decentralized apps or dApps, but also in terms of a well-funded project. That was actually one of the major points for me. You know, I like to see funded or well-funded projects because that lets me know they'll be able to weather the storm. They won't run out of money to pursue and push their agendas for the platform to grow. And in addition to that, EOS is definitely a worthy competitor. It's hard to argue that it has toppled Ethereum, which houses almost 9 times more dApps on its platform than EOS. According to State of the dApps, nevertheless, EOS remains a top competitor mainly due to its superior throughput, facilitating over 700,000 transactions in 24 hours. EOS can currently handle around 20 times the volume of Ethereum. This also translates into user numbers, with EOS now catching up. So look at this, EOS catching up. And it's funny because my man 10 Pound over the weekend confessed that, hey, EOS is EOS.io, I should say, is a promising platform that he's really looking into and he's a huge fan of. Now, I've been trying to tell some people to come around to it. So here's a list of the top platforms for dApps. As you see, Ethereum still #1, but look at daily active users. EOS catching up strongly, and of course, transactions, there's no comparison. 35,000 transactions every 24 hours versus 723, and volume is 8.86 million per 24 hours versus 25,000. All right, so that just lets you know. But Ethereum's 2.0 upgrade is looming ever closer on the horizon, promising to level up scalability through sharding. So how will the new and improved version of Ethereum measure up to EOS? Well, Ethereum's ongoing challenges with scalability have been one of the most pressing drivers for the 2.0 implementation. Currently, the platform can support around 30 transactions per second, which causes frequent network congestion and spiraling gas fees. Vitalik, the co-founder of Ethereum, said that ETH 2.0 implementation will bring a vast improvement, ultimately achieving 100,000 transactions per second with the help of sharding mechanisms, which enables parallel execution by splitting the blockchains into pieces. However, although the first phase of the Ethereum upgrade will happen by the end of the summer, only the final phase, which is around 2 years away, will implement sharding, bringing about the assured 100,000 TPS speed. Well, guess what? Ethereum isn't the only one that's upgrading. EOS 2.0 is coming, and that will be even faster than what it is today. So I think EOS will continue to steal some of the shine from Ethereum. It's hard though, because you know, the ICO boom really brought a lot of attention and loyalty to the Ethereum platform, mainly because a lot of ICOs established and went down the road of building their application on Ethereum, and they have some type of loyalty to that. So it's going to take a long time for the tide to shift, in my opinion. But in the interim, Ethereum does have the opportunity to save itself while the tides are shifting very slowly, and that can still happen. So that's why I'm not fully ruling out Ethereum. Get your 32 ETH just in case, as a hedge. I would do that. But EOS was designed from the start with scalability in mind, and is achieving the enabled parallel transaction processing that they wanted to, while keeping the number of block producers small, speeding up throughput. EOS's scalability in comparison to Ethereum contributed to much of the buzz generated around the project from the start. So this paragraph talks about how, you know, Ethereum 2.0 could contend with EOS, but that's assuming that EOS doesn't continue to upgrade and broaden its throughput. So EOS IO's strategic vision lists scalability as one of the platform's priorities, detailing various methods that can enhance vertical and horizontal scaling and parallel smart contract execution. Dan Lammer, CTO of Block One, told Cointelegraph that EOS will continue to hold the edge over Ethereum in that metric. He said EOS IO will continue to be faster than a single shard application, given that it's entrenched in the architectural level, and Ethereum 2.0 release will account for more applications on its platform, but not bigger ones. And so another take or look at it you can think about is the interoperability standpoint, which is happening. Every week we're getting more of that, more cross-chain communications, right? So Benny Hackett, CEO of Liquid dApps, said that he believes the interoperability will bring about a future where both platforms will operate in harmony for the benefit of developers. And that's true. You know, I don't think it's a one or the other. It's not that type of party here, guys. You're going to have multiple blockchains that thrive. I never said that it's either EOS or Ethereum. It's either EOS or nothing. No, that's not how it's working. I'm just telling you that EOS is undervalued right now from the standpoint of the community, the overall blockchain community appreciating its throughput. I always try to point you guys to Blocktivity.info, of course, to see the latest trends with the blockchains and see which ones are actually giving you the real value. So this, their whole quote, the real value of blockchain. This is a list that I follow up on very often. And guess what? My 3 top favorite blockchains are in the top 5. EOS being, of course, number 1, Telos being number 2, and HBAR being number 5. So this is the list. Instead of going over to coinmarket.com every day, people, you need to start at least every week checking out Blocktivity.info to see what's really good in the hood. But anyway, let's take a look at this last article from Bloomberg about this whole paradigm shift from old investors, of course, wanting gold, but the younger ones looking to Bitcoin. And as I stated earlier, gold traded above its all-time high today to reach $2,051, up 1.5% today. That's a big milestone. I know a lot of the gold bugs are happy. Peter Schiff is probably over there thinking the second coming of Christ is upon us. But I still feel, and many younger people feel, that Bitcoin will continue to outperform gold. And I have to agree. So it says here in Bloomberg, the behavior of retail investors during the pandemic varies significantly across age groups, according to JP Morgan. They said investors generally are interested in alternative assets, but older ones are buying gold, of course, while younger ones like Bitcoin. Strategist Nikolaos, I don't even know how to say that last name, said the millennials are bracing stocks, particularly technology shares, whereas older individuals are selling equities. He said the older cohorts continue to deploy their excess liquidity into bond funds, the buying of which remained strong during both June and July. The strategist also said that retail investor demand this year is evident in the 46% jump in stocks globally from March lows. The surge in worldwide holdings of gold-backed exchange-traded funds and recent rallies in cryptocurrencies. The presence of amateur traders is also being seen in everything from exorbitant options to smooth trading action. And so, as I have to reiterate here, is that Bitcoin is going to be ultimately the best one out of this camp. If you're talking about gold versus Bitcoin, gold versus cryptos, you know, so the altcoins are going to even be better in returns. If you think, and I'm in the camp of seeing Bitcoin go to over $200,000 in the next 3 years, you better believe that altcoins are going to blow your mind in their performance. So percentage wise, so the safe bet, or the safer bet, would be, and I emphasize bet because it's all speculative. It's all speculative. The safer bet is to go with Bitcoin. And if you really want to shoot the dice, you can try your hands at picking some of the right altcoin projects. But yeah, that's my take on it. That's what they're saying. That is JP Morgan. Younger ones are buying Bitcoin while the old heads are getting into the gold mode. That's pretty much it though for today. Let me know your thoughts about gold and Bitcoin. Gold hitting its all-time high. What does that mean to you? Let me know in the comments below. And shout out again to Christian McNear for the song request, De La Soul, Stakes is High. And if you found this video informative, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. How?
Compliments. A struggling that shouldn't be notable, man. Every word